Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now I'm coming today because I want to show you, well, I'm in Australia and it's really nasty out there. Nasty weather. I've come on today and I'm going to show you what we're doing with this cover. Okay, now the boring bit I did yesterday where I put it all together, I think I showed you that. Did I show you that video? Can't remember now if I put it up or not. Could have done. I would have done it before this one anyway. Now just a couple of things I want to show you because I didn't finish putting all these bits down because I wanted to show you this part, okay? Now if you have only been new to this, to slow stitching, and you're having a little trouble with it, I actually did end up putting pins on some of the places because I wanted to hold it down. I've done a fair bit of stitching just to hold things down to start with because I have a few ideas that I'm going to actually put on here besides this, you know, these bits. So what I'm going to show you now, if you're having trouble, you know, you've got to hang on to this, right, and it's all going everywhere, okay? So what you do is you get a piece of, I've got a little thin box thingy that I keep the work in, you know. There you go, right? Or you can get a piece of anything, get a plastic lid, anything, you know, that's big enough to go underneath there. And what you do is you just put it under your work, okay? And so you don't have to hold on to it because it might be something that's bugging you. I mean, I've got to sew that piece of lace down now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up underneath here with my knot in my cotton, right? And then you just sew on the top of the box. And your needle won't go through the plastic bit, of course, okay? So you can just do it like this, see? Just do your stitches like this. And it is so much easier than having to hold all of it while it's all falling all over the place, if you have that trouble. I mean, if you know, a lot of people can sew and they've been doing it for years and they know what they're doing. And I just got all that pulled undone there, didn't I? Good one, me. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to end up with nothing going that way in a minute. We just got a little frilly bit on there now. Okay, I wanted to make sure this was straight under there. But it's, you know, it's really easy to do that, okay? Really easy to do it like this. It saves you trying to juggle it and keeping it from falling apart. You know, each piece coming off. Is that with there? Pull that through, make that shorter. Okay, so we need to sew that down a bit. But when I do a bit of slow stitching on it, which I'm actually going to be showing you that in a minute, because I've thought of a way that I want to put it on there anyway. Now just end off here with a bit of a back stitch, go through to the back. And this has got to be cut off like level along there because that's really long, that part, and that's okay. As long as you manage to sew in there and don't go in this bit here, you've got to cut off, okay? So don't sew your single piece of fabric because you're going to have to, that's going to have to be trimmed off, okay? Now, as you can see, I've added a couple of different bits and pieces because I just did. I don't know whether it'd be that bit and that bit. I think I really like those colours on there. Now, what I'm going to do with, I think I can really leave them for the time being because I can show you over here what I want to do. Now, on here I can see that there's little flowers and see these bits that are going round and that. I think I'm going to work on those, plus work on this flower. So I'm going to get a bit of blue. And I have the light colour one there like that. I've already stitched through there. So what do I do? Undo it. Just take it off, Sonia. There's only that bit there that you've stitched. Okay, I can do that. I can take that bit out. You know, there's always ways to fix things, isn't there? You know that. I can do it. I didn't want those two bits going through it because what I'm going to show you how this is going to work. I hope it is going to work. I'm doing, come here, now, righto, so it's a little bit fray and that's okay, I don't mind, But around the flower, I'm going to stitch around the flower, okay? So we're going to do that. Maybe we could just do the centre. No, I'm going to start out here because I want to get a hold of it. Now that's a different colour than what I was planning, but I think I might use that colour. If you just give me a second here, I'll find something that's like that, I hope. Open my drawer. Now what do we got? A bit of a good sort of greenish tinge, isn't it? Well, that's going to be a bit difficult. I think that's going to be a little bit hard to give myself one of those colours. Unless I do the... If I do that, you can't see it. Right. I've been, well, whether I can say it was good or not, I've been taking my threads out to the room because I've been rolling them on to... Let's see under there. That's just too light too. I find it's too light. How about if I put that around the outside of it? Then I'm going to have to incorporate more mauve through it. Maybe I should try like an apricot colour. Apricot colour. That's such a thing. An apricot colour. Oh, that'll teach me being trying to tidy up. I put things and can't find them then. The pink around it. It would look good. It would look good, but you know what? I think I might have to do the blue. It's over here somewhere. I had it this morning. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the blue to start with. This one. Alright, now I'm going to forget you in the shot here. So you can see what I'm doing. So I hope everybody's out there being all safe and sound. It's not really good, is it? You know, been stuffed inside. 3 weeks now, me. I keep saying 3 weeks, but it only is. It'll be 3 weeks tomorrow since I went anywhere. Even though I thought it, you know, was that long anyway before. Right, so I might just move that back a tiny bit because I'm thinking I want to be able to see it. You know, it would have been better if I'd got a bit better picture of that, wouldn't it? Have I got another piece? Close by, anywhere? Now, though, I don't want to have to look anywhere for it. I had heaps of it, didn't I? Because it was a cover of some sort. Looks like I'm going to use that. Hang on. Here's a bit. Oh, that's a big flower. There's lots of little ones there. They're cool, aren't they, too? There's a lot of bits and pieces. Let's go with this bit here, eh? Let's not be too... you don't want to do too much. So I come up through the back. I'm going to start in this section here. I hope I put a knot in that. I think, no, yes I did. I'm going to come up in that section there and I'm going to make a chain stitch. I think I might do a chain stitch around this. Okay. Now that'll catch a bit because it will, just because. This is not going to be too heavy. It shouldn't be. We need to be able to see it, don't we? To get the full thing of it, you know, to have it set really nicely. Okay. So this is, I think this is a piece of a sheet or a piece of a pillowcase, actually. I think it might be a pillowcase, a really vintage, retro one or whatever. Yeah, so... Remember the things when they were like this? Remember them days? Remember these sort of sheets? There we go, right up into here. We're following that khaki, greeny colour line, okay? We're following that line. And I hope we're not going to be disappointed when we do that much because I hope it's not too thick. What do you reckon? You know what? I should have used a different colour. I should have went with the colour that's in it, because this is taken right away from that, isn't it? Here we go again, Sonia, cutting out stuff. It's okay. Nobody panic, because this is what we do. Well, you don't have to, but I do. I think people might get a bit disgusted with me for pulling things on it, but you've got to do this. You can't just leave it like that. It's just not going to work. What it needs is to have its original look, only just to lift it up a bit, you know? It needs to be lifted up a bit. And there's got to be a thing of cotton around here somewhere. I could not possibly have taken it all away. Oh dear, sorry about that. I smacked you. I didn't mean to do that. Right, now we've got that bit. How's that? I think we might be happy with that one. Change our thread. This might look better. And I think we'll do a satin stitch this time, okay? Because I think the other one is too wide. It's taken over too much of your picture, and you don't want that to happen, okay? Now, I might move this box so I have a bit more space there. Now, if you want to, you can put it on first before you start, like sew it on, if you want to. If you feel like it'll be easier. And I'm working back to front, so I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm going back to front. I'm going to do a back stitch now. Then just go down in there, go back to where you come out that one, and go down in there and come up in front. Okay, and then go down in there where you come out, and you come back up there in front. Okay, go down and come back. Now I think this is a little bit better, because it's going to show me the outline, and I'm going to be able to do this now, I hope. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about the edges. I think I might leave them like they are. I think they look really cool. Bit of frayed edges is okay. I don't think it's going to fray back that much at the time, hopefully not. It just makes it look more interesting, with a bit more texture. Okay. And if you haven't got something like this, right, so we go back into there, and we're going to come up here, and we're going to go around the outside of this bit. Now that looks better, doesn't it? You've got to. It's really good to show you, though, the difference, isn't it, that it makes if you change your colours, if you change your style of what you're doing, because that big, that what's name stitch was just too thick, wasn't it? You just want something that's nice. And I'm doing this with a really fine crochet thread. I think it's about a size 8. I think they are 8. Mostly what I use all the time anyway with me embroidery. I hardly ever crochet anything with them, and that's okay. I'll make sure this is in the right place. It's going over the top. Righto, that's all good. Now, get back down in there, right, where you come up, you went down before, and you come up in front, okay? And this is a back stitch, and every bit of the line's filled in, alright? So let's go down and come back up. Go down there, and you'd come up over there, because you want to be in front of it. Okay, easy. Down in there. Now I don't know whether I want to put all these bits in the centre. I don't know whether I want to cover all them or not. And get down there and back up through here. That stitch might be a tad bit big on us, not too bad. Not too bad. Can you see what we're doing here? I mean, I like to do the stitches, but I do like to have a bit of variety of different techniques on the piece that I'm working on. I do. I've got fabric picked out galore for the next one that I might want to make. Okay, so yeah, so it's been I've been looking for things this morning and again and finding stuff that I want to use. And I'm going to sneak over behind here. I'm thinking about putting that thin one down there, but I might do it with a thinner thread. I don't know yet. We'll see. Righto. Now I'm starting to do a stem stitch. Now that was not right, Sonia. So go up in the front of where you are and come back down. I'm going to do the little flower on the end there. Look, he needs to be done, doesn't he? He can't be left out there not being sewn. And I think it'll look really cool if I put a little bit of mauve around him. I should have a bit of mauve here somewhere. Because it's a sort of bluey mauve colour, isn't it? Now we might have to, see these bits in here, we might have to do those bits. But see, you might think, you know, there's a lot of stitching and that going on, but you're only going to be doing the same sort of thing if, you know, whether you were stitching it down or not. I don't know which way this was going. I think it's over the top. And that one's over the top as well, so for the texture. Okay, so now I just got this bit up the top here that I'll finish. Finish this bit off here, just to show you what that'll be looking like. It actually goes up round the outside, but I'll leave it there because it's around the outside of that other one. Okay. We'll take it down the middle. We'll take it down the middle. Now, I want to show you this. Right. This is what I've been, because this is what I do, so I think I might show you now. Hang on a minute. Well, I've got to get there first. Wait a minute. You'll understand in a sec. I'll just go back and go down through there. Don't come undone. Then go back. Come up through the front. Go in front of it. Down there and up in front. I'm going to have to do this, what I want to show you, in a straight stitch, so it won't be a minute. Can't do this with what I'm doing now, and you'll understand when I show you why. Okay. Just a few little tricks or tips that you'll learn. Okay, so now I've got this one here to go and do. Go up here. The flower's not blue anymore, is it? It don't matter. There's still a bit of blue there. Did I get that up far enough? Yep. Still is, but it's got the green. So I want to do greens and blues and earth tones, but I don't know if I've got many earth tones on it. Down in there. Come on. And up. And one more bit to go down the back. Okay. So that's what that stem, that petal will look like. Now we're going to end this off because I can't do the other bit with that's not long enough. Righto. Okey-dokey. Now I need to get on with this, and no faffing about, so I need to get on with it. That's not been stitched down there yet, has it? No, is it going over? It's underneath. You need to put that, stitch this one down, so I'll put a pin in it. I'll get over that side in a minute. Okay. And this piece here keeps jumping out. I should probably stitch that down, shouldn't I? I should keep it under control there. Alright. Okay, lift up a bit, come on. Alright, I see what's going on here. I've got bits and pieces in all directions. I'll take that bit off. I'll stitch that down while we're doing this. I've got to stitch that down. Would that look really bad if that's going through there, Sonia? You know your colours are going wrong. You need to stick to the plan. Stick to the plan, because I've been using the lemon and the apricot and a light pink. I'll do this on here. So we've still got to go around the rest of them petals. We're just going to stitch this bit down here because it keeps waving around in the breeze. Okay. And we don't want that. Now I'm right. Now we're right. We've got hold of that. So we're going to come up through here and put some stitches down this way. And this should get hold of that bit at the back as well, I hope, on this green bit. It should get hold of him. I'm hoping. Okay. Now, say for example, I don't have that much cotton left. I've only got that much. Right. Only got that much cotton. See, I only got that much cotton left, and I've got that far to go. So what you do is, you do your stitches first, then you thread your needle, okay? Do this first. If you're running out of thread, nobody panic, because you can just do this. Push it through, thread the needle. This needle was working really good with threading before. Hang on a minute. This is Sonia doing it. It's not. I was just trying to show you how easy it was to do it this way. Pull it back through there, but not so that it'll get away on you. And then carefully pull it through. And I've got more than what I probably would have had left if it was running out before I did that. So I'm going to just try and do a back stitch in there, which I can't because it's not long enough, see? So what you have to do is put the back stitch in, do the back stitch and thread the needle, okay? And it takes it through. There we go. So that's how we save ourselves from that sort of thing happening. Now I've been looking for leaves because I thought I'd like to put some leaves on here as well. These two here are awesome, only two I could find like that. So I'm thinking now I'm going to cut that. It's nearly making me cry, but I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to cut this because I'm going to need this one here as a guide. Now I have got a thing that I can use on my Big Shot to cut them out, but I'm not looking at doing that today. So I found this piece here of fabric, and I'm thinking this is going to be just the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself some leaves by using this one. So if you've got one that's not quite suitable but it's a good shape, then it isn't hard to draw a leaf. It isn't hard to draw one, especially if you've got one to copy, but it's not that hard really. I learnt to do leaves and flowers when I was doing a lot of sewing because you just had to. So I'm going to cut this so I don't have the line where there's, you know, I don't want that line there. But, so that's all you do is just cut out. If you can find, or get a picture out of a book. Get a picture out of a book, a magazine or something, to make your fabric leaves with, okay. Now I want to have, I'm really keen to have them nice and, I want them this colours. So I'm thinking I might put that underneath one of these, just so it doesn't look like I've cut him off, because I have, you know. Just because I have cut him off doesn't mean nothing, you know, it doesn't mean anything if I cut him off. Okay, so we've got that one there and that one there, maybe. And then this one here can go No, we won't put the 3 there. We'll just use that one. And then we'll come down here and we'll put because we can probably put something else on that. Now, what would we do with that? Put that back where it was so it doesn't look wrong. There we go. What do you think? We're thinking, about that. But see, if you just get a picture like I've got here. Well, this has got leaves, but they're not really dainty, are they? They're not the right kind of thing. But I must have something on a picture here somewhere, or you must be able to find one, I hope, and then you can just copy around it and just cut one out, and there you've got one, see? Okay, so maybe we'll come down here and see what we could do with the leaf. We could probably put a stem or something, and put that behind one of the others, I think, like where it was. I don't mind if the green goes on top of the green. This is just a thought, that I'm going through, and I'm just thinking, well, I can tell you that is an idea if you want to go with that. I don't know what I'm thinking about it yet. I've got to talk it over myself, I suppose. I think it'll look good. I really do. I think the leaf on there will look really nice. I hope I'm not copying something I've already done, am I? Have I done a leaf on the front of anything? I don't think I did. I've also got the doily things, but I don't know if there's any leaves in that, is there? These bits down in here. No, I don't think so. There's these. These are a good thing too, aren't they? They're pretty. Gee, maybe I won't do the leaf thing now. Maybe I'll put that on another one. But then you can have that idea. It's just an idea. Anybody can use it. It's not a... I have these ones. These are large. Very large. I think they're the only sort I've got that's fabric. Got a feeler they might be the only sort. How about this thing? Well, that's cool. Don't mind that. Nope. No. And take that away too, so that's not right. Yeah, that's not right. I don't think I've got a leaf. I think it's a bit wonky. We need something that's not wonky sideways. We don't want it sideways wonky, do we? No, don't have nothing that I could green that I could use. So I'm just going to have to use my own idea, my own head, and figure it out myself here somehow. I have one look on that sewn. I could pinch that off there and put it on there, I suppose, but do I want to do that? Nope, I can do it myself. I can do it myself, but if you just want to do that, that's good. If you can't sew, like if you don't want to sew either, if you can get a bit of a doily thing and put it on there. I wonder what that was that fell. Maybe nothing. Can't see anything happening there too dangerous. Anyway, so that's other than that, I've only got those the leaves that actually using jewellery and that. Okay, so we can work a bit more on this one. Do this little one here, hey, and see how that looks for you. See what that looks like. If I can find something that I can do it with. I was making all these the other day. Look at that, that's the same material. Honestly, there you go. You never know what you might find. Oh, there's more of that green. Oh, I love that green stuff. Green stuff, it's threads on you. I do like it. And we've got some... That's not nowhere near that colour, Sonia. You're way off the... I must be slipping on my chair with these pants that I'm wearing today. They're lycra things and they do tend to slip about because I feel like I'm heading under the table. Not really, but it's just annoying me. I've got sometimes when I sit down and I start fiddling around, moving things about, I start to move along then too. That's interesting. Look at that. That's all different colours. Wonder why I put that out there. I thought I might use that, did I? I don't think so. I'll leave that out of the plan, thank you. Just fishing around in my drawer here. I won't be long. I'll be back in a second. I'm just trying to find what I'm putting around on that thing. Goodness me. That's a grey colour. No. No, son, you can't. Not that one either. So I've got the green. Maybe I could use a blue. This blue one. Maybe I could use that. See how that looks. That might look alright under it. Yeah, that might work. So this is cool. I made these. I was making them the other night because I don't know why, but I was just doing I just working on that. I've got a lot of things I'm working on. A lot of things I'm working on, as you would probably know. The last thing I did was a lace. I was making this lace cover, and I do think I can find. I think there's a couple of them that I'm missing. I've got a few here behind me in a box. I'm trying to hang on. I'm in the same place. I'm trying to keep them in the box. Okay, so will we do the same thing around this? I don't know what we'll do around here. We will put. We'll do a stem stitch. It's a bit like back stitch because you just go up there and you bring it back, really, much the same. Look, well, it's not because it looks a lot different, doesn't it? Whoa there. Yeah, me and hubby were going to go for a walk today, but we decided not to. Oh dear, it's not good, is it? You're too scared to go outside. I imagine that the people that have got it have been at home or whatever, but there haven't been enough people here tested. They said that 15,000 live in the town, and then there's the 4 or 5 in the area, 1,000, and only 1,500 or something have been tested so far. That's not good. I mean, I just think that there needs to be a bit more than that. Go and see if, how they're going, but I mean, they can't really make you go, but still, best if you did, I reckon. Maybe there's only going to be that many people here, with 8 people in the town that's got it, but I know in the bigger town cities, or well, in Dubbo anyway, it's got a big population. It's been 50 or 60,000, and it's got about 80 cases that are going up really fast. They only started out with a couple, of course, like it does, and then it just goes, way high. Okay. I'm thinking about putting a button in the middle of this. I see that there. Look, I could put a button in there. I could. This don't look too bad. I'm still going. Yeah. I do have a video to put up on how I made them pockets in that journal in the back. I should put that one up today, and then I'll put this one up the next day, or vice versa. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I don't think they don't actually follow one another necessarily. Right. I'm liking that. I think that looks good. So we'll come up here. This one. Yes, I do like that. So what I'm thinking now is I'd like to put a few more flowers on, but I don't have the anything with the fabric on it handy, like fabric flowers. I probably have got the material, yes, but where it is another thing, That'll be another story for another day. So I found a few more ones that you could do images for your little doll thing, bird doll thing I made the other day. I found... Oh, and I thought it was foxes and they're squirrels. Found a whole heap of them on these little squares somebody sent me. Now, which way am I going? This way? Around the corner? Nearly got myself lost there in a minute. There we go. And I'm not going to worry about this part here. Well, I will put a stitch. Hey, let's put a stitch to hold it down. And pretend that that's going out there and it's just finished off in the air. It just finished off there somewhere in mid-air, okay? Now we do this one here. I'm going to I'll put a back stitch on that because there's nowhere to make another stitch, is there? You think? What have we got? No, you can't do that, Sonia. That'll muck it up on you. You don't want to muck it up. I want to do the satin stitch. Okay. Do that. How are we going? Oh dear, that time went quick, didn't it? Always does, doesn't it? You know, when you're doing something that's nice and fun. Okay, so we're going to do one stitch there, go back, and then, so you're halfway along and then you do the next one. You're halfway along your line. It's different, a little bit different to the other. So it's going to pull up a little bit, but I'm not going to be really worried about that. I like it. It's my thing and I like it. Oh well, it won't be. It'll be somebody else's thing one day, but I hope they like it. It's going on that journal because I have got to finish it because it's just... I've been working on it for too long. Okay. Now we're going to go up here. Do you think I should have sewed out there, like away from the thing? I probably should have. I'm going to go back there and do that. I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to sew. I'm going to come up around here. Hope you can see what I'm doing. And we go around here. And we're not, and I haven't picked up the fabric, but that's okay. It's been really, because there's no fabric there to get. There's no flower there to get, Sonia. Now you can come down this way, look. And see there's a little, it's all artistic, isn't it? It's all art. It is all art. We do whatever sort of stuff you do is considered to be art because that's what we are. We sort of thread artists or whatever. See, I should have went out there too with that one, don't you reckon? That would look cool. Now I've got to do up and around there because that one there's... Oh, can you go around that way, Sonia? I can go around that way, can't I? Okay. Let's do that. We're up around here. Righto, yes, there's got to be 2 rows because there's 2 petals. And it's coming up along the side here. Okay, and around the top. I did not even think, I thought last night today was going to be Sunday, but it's Monday, hubby informed me. Okay, it's good that we've got one another. Oh, we do get a little antsy with one another from time to time, don't worry about that. But we have a relationship where nothing bad is said, but if somebody gets angry, says a few, and talks, goes crook or something, that's over. We do not fight and keep not fight, you know, there's none of this, I'm not speaking to you anymore, because, you know, I can't handle that. I can't handle that, never have been. I would not, from the time I met him, if he ever got a bit, you know, quiet and that, wouldn't talk to me for some reason, wouldn't have been too much, I wouldn't reckon, or too often, I would not let him do that. I would refuse to just be silent. I had to finish it and get it over and done with. And I think our family was a lot like that. Some of them were till they got a bit older, I think. But, you know, if you've got something to say and you say something and you don't want to actually hurt anybody, but sometimes you might get angry and say something that you probably shouldn't have done. Or you have your say and then that's it. You don't have to drag it on forever. Oh, well, that's when I say that, that's right. My sister dragged everything on forever. Everything. Oh, dear. And she brought it up and cried about it for all her life until she passed away. She did always cry about all these things that supposedly she went through. I was here too, but I didn't remember them. But anyway, and all little things, you know. Like one day she didn't go shopping with us because she was asleep. And we got an ice block. We were all only young. You know what, she grizzled about that forever. She went crook about that all forever because she didn't get an ice block. Honestly, I don't remember. I don't remember it, but she kept on bringing it up all the time. And that's sad in a way. It was not that much of a deal, I didn't think. Anyway, there's one more here to go do this. Yeah, she was really upset about the fact that she didn't get an ice block. I actually think we had it like while we were gone. I don't think we eat it in front of her. I think while we were away from the house, because it was really hot, you know, my cousin's husband, my cousin's wife, she bought us all an ice block, although a lot older than me, because I come from a big family of, my mother was, and then I had 16 children. But anyway, so, anyway, that was her issue. It was for years, this ice block story. She never made it like it was an accident or a fun thing either. She was really obsessed by that. Obsessed or upset by that. Anyway, I don't know, I thought if things happen bad in your life, you're supposed to just put it in the back cupboard or somewhere and lock it there and leave it in your brain or something, I don't know. You're not supposed to get it out and keep, you know, worrying about it and stressing out all the time. How's that look? That looks pretty cool, Sonia. I don't mind that at all. I think this could have been a little bit... I'll stitch that down and it won't be bubbly, okay? It's not going to... Look, this looks really good, don't you reckon? I think it turned out really good. I'm impressed, I'm pleased. Just one quick moment, and we're just going to see what this is going to look like. Okie dokie. What do you reckon, eh? That's not going to be bad, is it? You know, I think it goes with the book, don't you? Right. Bit of work there, but I don't mind. It's all good fun. Keeps me busy. Maybe it keeps me sane, I don't know. I do say some silly things. Anyway, I've got to go, and I hope you're all staying safe, and, you know, all of you, you know, be good. It's important to me. I'm talking to you all when I'm here doing this. We're all together, okay, as far as I'm concerned, and I want you to feel like that too, okay? Thank you very much for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.